So my work is very active, I'm a contractor and my knee has gone out on me. So I was thinking, well, I need to listen to my body, all right, so which is more spiritual to want to get up here just to prove that you can, or to take something specific that I'm living like a knee that doesn't feel as good as I'd like to and find an improvement about it. Is one higher than the other? Is one a better thing to want than the other? Or is anything that you want just a wonderful thing to focus upon? Is any improvement, or any expansion on any subject what life is all about? Okay, that means it's not better or worse. We could have just said, well, everything in your world is perfect and we're glad that you proved to yourself that you are eligible to speak with infinite intelligence, and it's been very nice having this conversation. Thank you for not doing that. But it's also really nice to acknowledge in the scope of what we've been talking about here that something that's been bothering you not just emotionally but physically is a need that doesn't feel all that good. But what is the emotion behind it? I can't keep up with what I need to do. Or in other words, poke at it just a little bit. Here's my question. I'm assuming that the knee, as you've always said, is don't worry, it'll get louder, that the knee and the condition it's in is going, listen to me, you need to change, you can't just keep carrying too much. And so instead of just making my knee feel better, I want to hear the message that my knee is telling me, so I'm assuming I need to change the way I'm working. I need to change as opposed to just I want the knee to feel better so I can still carry heavy loads and do what I've always done. So that's, I guess, a question. Is the knee is trying to tell me something, right? Yeah. Then your knee speaks with vibration, yeah, and physical pain is vibration that's equivalent to negative emotion, yeah. We're going to unravel this and you're all going to really like this, so just enjoy this. The most emphatic thing that we want to say to all of you, this is so really good, is that what you're living is enough now. We made some dabs saying that to you a little bit ago, but you didn't really get it. So we're going to keep going until you get this premise, whether we're talking about you allowing yourself to be the pure positive energy being that you were born to be, and coming into your own and coming into the vibrational equivalency of who you are, and living happily ever after. Now all of that is lofty and wonderful and normal. And we want every one of you to do every bit of that. So whether you're doing that or whether you've hurt your body in some way, and you want it to improve, they are equally important ways to engage in life. All right, we didn't reach you with that one. You say, my knee's talking to me. What's it saying? It's saying, I hurt your knee is not saying in order for you to fulfill your destiny you need the loss of the universe. Are really simple. It doesn't matter what it is that you are focused upon. Improvement always comes if you allow it to come. So if we can get your attention, and we have several times today, you kind of come and go. All right, this has been a very wonderful and weird day. So if we can get your attention to understand that it's the vibration that matters most, and anything that you're feeling in your body is vibration first and foremost, and that once it becomes a physical sensation, it's just exaggerated vibration. So when your vibration is out of whack, which then leads to your knee being out of whack, it's getting the vibration back into alignment. That is all that is necessary, and it's all that we want you to focus upon. But when the ulterior motive is, we've used that phrase a few times today, when you want to get your energy straight so that your knee will stop hurting so that you can carry heavy stuff again, that's going about it in a way that you can't win. We want you to want energy alignment for the emotional ease of it, not for the result that it will lead to later. It has to be enough that you can shift the way you feel. We could do a focus wheel right now, and we intend to. We could do a focus wheel and soothe you, and that would be enough. And you'd still maybe limp away, but that's all right, because it is the emotional improvement, or the vibrational improvement, that's got to be enough. Because it's all you can do, because all of this stuff is incremental. And so if you say, I'll do a process so that my knee will feel better, and you do a process and your knee doesn't feel better, then you're done, then you got nowhere to go. But if you do a process and you feel emotionally soothed, you've accomplished something. And if you do something again and you feel emotionally suited, you've accomplished something. If you do something and you're emotionally soothed, you've accomplished something. And if you do something you're emotionally soothed, you've accomplished something. And eventually you will have accomplished enough vibrationally that your knee won't hurt anymore. But it's not going to happen in the first focus wheel. You see how it works, and so that's why the emotional soothing has got to be enough, because it's all you can accomplish in any point in time. Humans tell stories of miracles, and we do too. When you stood before Jesus dripping your illness, he knew your wellness, and he knew your wellness so powerfully that your illness could not abide in his vibration, and he won you over with his powerful influence. Those things happen, but you are also creating your own reality. You're not looking to someone else to zap you and heal you. You want to know how to create your own reality. We're getting louder and louder, so let's do a focus wheel. A knee that's hurting, what's the emotional thing that it causes you to feel? Some vulnerability, some insecurity, some limitation, some worry that it's going to get worse, because that's what the world tells you, that's what the physical world tells you. Once this begins to happen, yeah, you'll start watching it's going to mean. And so there's a whole lot that when you hear it, that while it feels logical, because you look around, people get older, And they get crippled and people get older and different things start her when Esther goes through she calls it the checkpoint at the airport. And they look at her and they ask her if she's got any metal parts, laughter. And she goes not yeah doesn't want to upset their apple cart nope I'll be back next week I might have one then eventually every part of me I will be the mechanical woman she's sort of sarcastically teasing back with them because their expectation is very very strong. Because they meet a lot of people with a lot of metal parts so pretty soon they're oh you didn't ding what happened to you so when you feel that vulnerability that concern that it's going to get worse. We're poking around at it making it real sore for a little bit what is on the other end of that stick what are those emotions? We don't want you to say these emotions are making me want my knee to be whole. We want you to acknowledge the other end of this emotional stick if you feel vulnerable what's on the other end safe whole well so when you say safe. Doesn't that make you think of unsafe so safe is not the best word in the world. Because it makes you think of the other yeah whole so let's poke at this a little bit so you feel vulnerable you want to feel secure. You feel gimpy you want to feel solid you feel unstable you want to feel stable I want to feel flexible. You feel sore and stiff let's point a little more toward the emotional rather than the physical just for a little bit. Because it's the insecurity that you're feeling it's the uncertainty that you're feeling it's the unknown that you're feeling it's the fear that it's getting worse right then it could break it that it could break or that it could become more painful. Or that it could cause more limitations the focus is inspiring you to what you're reaching for which is stability wouldn't you say stability security stability. I know you're right security smacks of insecurity right the stability smack of instability as much as security smacks of insecurity you with us do you sort of get what we mean? So stability so just focus on stability just for a little bit do you see yourself as a stable being in traveling millions of miles an hour through space and time. And now I mean well I gotta be I'm right here in front of you I'm able to maintain my molecular human shape you.